Yo, what's up? After 2 extremely busy days of shooting a lot of fashion content here in the beautiful city of Avignon, my message request folder on Instagram is completely blowing up. And as most of you know, I'm really trying my best to answer as many of you as possible. But with a growing social media presence, as well as being busy shooting commercial content and traveling, this is getting harder every day. So in this video, I want to provide you with some really helpful tips on how to reach out to other content creators, as well as post your information online in Facebook groups, as well as some online forums to maximize your potential to the other person getting back to you, as well as getting as many information as possible, as quickly as possible. My name is Damien Cooper and welcome to Monkey Fish. So let's start with the reaching out part on Instagram. Just like reaching out to a really hot girl on Instagram, a simple "hey" won't probably get you anywhere. Also, try not to waste anyone's time and start your message with like, "Hey bro, can I ask you a question?" Because buddy, you already have. Just assume whoever you're reaching out to is really busy and only has a small window of time to reply to all of your messages. And by the way, starting with a nice message usually goes a long way. And as my 3rd grade teacher always used to say, there are no dumb questions. And although she was dead wrong when she said that I never amount to nothing, she was pretty wrong about this one, because boy, there are some dumb questions online. Or rather, the way you articulate those. And what do I mean by that? If you reach out to me asking if you should get a 10mm wide angle lens or a 400mm macro without providing any kind of context, that's like asking me if you should buy the Porsche 911 Turbo or a minivan. So don't get mad if I suggest the sports car and then you have to leave your kids at a gas station because you needed the car for a family vacation with your grandmother and your 3-legged dog. So the lesson to be learned here is to provide as much context as possible without telling the other person your entire life story. So getting back to the lens choice, if you're deciding between a 10mm wide angle and a 400mm macro, just tell me what are you shooting and what is your budget so I can make an informed decision. And this is also true for posting in Facebook groups. If I see one more post about asking what kind of computer you should get for 4K editing, I'm seriously going to jump off the Pont d'Avignon. At least provide me with a little bit of information. What codecs, what camera are you shooting, what's your budget, and what is your editor of choice? And I know we're all little attention whores and our problems are so much more important and so much more complicated than others. I'm talking to you, Karen. But maybe just try using the search function when you try to post online asking if the Samsung T7 works for the Blackmagic Pocket 6K. And one last advice before I wrap this video up. If you're trying to be a little creep and try to stalk my phone number online so you can send me a "hey bro" on WhatsApp instead of an Instagram DM, you won't get an A for effort, but a B for blocked. So, I hope you could take away some valuable lessons when you're trying to reach out to other content creators or just up on Facebook gathering information for your filmmaking business. And by the way, all of the motion graphics that I used for displaying all these various text messages are for Final Cut exclusively. So if you're a Final Cut user and you want to check them out, there's a link down in the description below and they're totally worth it. But other than that, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up because it really helps the channel grow. Subscribe for more tips and tricks as well as a lot of tech reviews, and I hope to see you on the next one. Okay, so in all seriousness though, I appreciate every single message that I get from you guys on social media, and don't be discouraged of asking questions online or even reaching out to other content creators. This video was just a funny version of me giving some guidelines of not having to repeat yourself, and a lot of people are always a little bit salty when you ask the same questions over and over every day in the same Facebook groups. So those are just some guidelines of how you can maximize your time and everybody else's time and get the most information out of your time as quickly as possible. So again, this video was a little bit jokingly, and I'm not salty, and just ask away whenever you have the time. So don't be discouraged. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. So I see you on the next one.